Welcome back, it's me, Lou. For today's Warhammer vlog, we are going to feature some recent models I purchased. Alright, so the other day I was at one of my local gaming shops and I was digging through their bin of used models and I found this bike squad for 20 bucks. They're really beat to hell. They're broken and I brought them home and then I soaked them in isopropyl alcohol for about, I don't know, almost 24 hours. And then afterwards, I kind of just scrubbed all the paint off of them as much as I could. I think the only thing left on here was the primer. And they're in much better shape than when I bought them. Like I said, these were broken. I don't think anything is necessarily missing pieces. And we're going to take a look at them and talk about my plans for them. So one of my favorite things with the hobby is I love, just buying old and broken models and then just bringing them to life. I like to give models a second chance, me being the new home. My attitude is just because something's old doesn't mean it's worthless. So, if I could extend the life of anything or just, make it feel like new again, that's kind of like my goal. So I got this bike squad. Two of the bikers were they're kind of geared out to just be I think just normal Marines. But then one of them, one of the bike scouts looked like a Raven Wing. Looked like a Raven Wing biker because it had the Raven Wing emblem right here. If you can see it, it's really tiny. It had the Raven Wing emblem on the fender. And I just scraped it off because, I'm not sure which chapter I'm going to make this. Right now I'm kind of thinking might incorporate this into my Blood Angels. Not 100% sure on that yet. But this one kind of had this on the front. It had the fairing on it. It has the Raven Wings. And it also had, like I said, it had the Raven Wing logo on the side of the fender. So as you can see, these are really beat to hell. They're not pretty to look at right now, but I do have all the pieces to put them back together. So when I buy a used model, I kind of I like to see how well they're put together. If the pieces are kind of glued on snug, I just leave it alone. But sometimes, I'll be under the impression that these models are put together poorly. And if a piece feels kind of loose, I'll just break it off and file it down and just re-glue it back together. Which was the case here. A lot of the pieces were just poorly put together. And then I just kind of broke it down to what I could. These Marines, I think, they don't have any chapter markings on their pauldrons. So, This one did, though. This one had a Raven Wing pauldron right here. Where is it? Right there. Yeah, he had a Raven Wing pauldron. So I might either just rip the pauldron off and swap it with a Blood Angels one or a blank pauldron. Or I might just use a whole new arm altogether. I'm kind of contemplating, possibly using... let me go grab it real quick. Where is it? I can't reach it. I was thinking about maybe just digging through my parts bin and, just maybe giving this guy a chainsword. I want to give the squad leader a chainsword at the very least. So yeah, these models are in varying conditions. As you can see, they're beat up pretty bad. But I think with a little bit TLC, I could bring them back to life. And it's weird. It almost looked like these were covered in sand or something because there was all this dirt, debris, and sand on these models. So I don't know where the hell the previous owner kept these. They were kind of disgusting. But for the price for 20 bucks, I'm it's not too bad. I could really spruce these up. And as you can see, all the pieces kind of broke. Some of the bolt guns kind of broke off. So I have to re-glue these. But I think all the pieces are accounted for. So in the end, I'm hoping I could bring them back to life. So they could at least live up to something like this. Now, I'm not the greatest painter in the world. I consider my skills to be like barely average. This is Ultramarines Outrider from the Indomitus set, and I like this model a lot. I kind of like wish the bike squad had the much more ovalized bases as opposed to like the capsule shaped base. But yeah, I kind of want to like, bring these to life so they could look like this. But instead of Ultramarines, I want to go with Blood Angels. I love these Outrider models a lot too. They're awesome. I love, man, the Indomitus box set is awesome to begin with. So I've been in the hobby with Warhammer for almost 2 years now. And for me, it was such a big accomplishment finishing all of my Space Marines from the box set. These especially, these are great models. And as you can tell, I didn't use the standard base. I used one of the decorative bases. Yeah, so for me, I like to just give a very basic paint job. I don't like to get too crazy with it because I don't feel confident in my skills yet to like, really push it any further. So for me, if I could just, do something that's just well presented and that's, tabletop ready, I'm happy with it. So yeah, that's kind of the goal with these guys right now. And I'll take these guys that look like, they've been through the ringer and kind of like, bring them up to date with these Outriders. I'm not sure if it's legal or not, but ideally I would love to give these guys the newer bases, the ovalized bases, but, I think I'm going to have to just stick with these pill-shaped bases. They're not my favorite, but I don't know. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Just wanted to give you an update. So hopefully in the near future I'll have these done. I'll have them painted up. So I'm thinking, Blood Angels right now, and if not Blood Angels, maybe Imperial Fists. That's what I'm leaning towards. Alright, so let's wrap this video up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you at the next one. Alright, later.